What's up, folks? It's your boy Coach Ty, back at you with another one. I'm back with my good friend Montana, personal trainer extraordinaire, and today we're taking you through an all body weight workout. You can do this one at the gym if you'd like, but you can do this one at home, on the beach, pretty much wherever. So let's get into it. Here we go. All right, starting with our warm-up, we're gonna go through a real general warm-up. So we're gonna start with the bodyweight squat. We're gonna go to 10 reps. Aim to make sure you're hitting parallel with the ground and get all the way back up to a full stand. Montana can go below parallel. She's got an excellent squat, but again, make sure you're at least hitting parallel. 5 to go. 6, and again, for our warm-ups, we're looking for two things. One, to hit the movement patterns we're gonna be using in the workout. Last one, 10, and then next we're gonna go good morning. So we'll go hands behind the head, force your elbows back, open your chest up, and then shoot your hips straight back, stretch out your hamstring, and then hips forward. Stretch, hips forward. Second thing we're looking for is to start breaking a bit of a sweat. If you're doing this at home, I would strongly recommend you put your AC lower. Higher? Lower? I don't know. Make it hotter so you can get warm a little more easy. 9 and a 10. Next exercise. Push this up some. We're gonna go with our push-up variation that we're gonna be doing for the workout itself. So you can do this on your couch, or again, if you're at the gym, you can go on a bench. If you want a harder variation, just go to the floor. All right, so we're just gonna be here. Elbows get to the side of the body and press back up. We're going 10 reps here as well. Easy work. And Montana was worried about the push-ups. 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10. All right, and then we'll lay across our mat. And our last exercise in this warm-up is an exercise we're gonna do in the workout itself, the Superman. So you'll lay flat, arms up ahead, and then you're gonna flex at your lower back here, pull your legs and your upper body up off the floor, squeeze the lower back, yep. And hold for like a 1 count at the top. 3, 4, and we can go to 8 here. 5, 7, last one, 8, resting. All right, so again, that's our warm-up. You can do another round of this or even a third if you feel like you need it. Again, look to start breaking a little bit of a sweat. That's what's best associated with better performance and injury prevention. When you feel ready, go to the next section of the video. All right, folks, our first 2 exercises, the bodyweight reverse lunge, and then we're gonna do a forearm plank, and we're gonna superset these. So on our reverse lunge, we're gonna go 10 reps each side, and we're gonna go alternating. Here we go. 1, 2, so the range of motion that you're looking for on a reverse lunge, you want your back knee to gently tap the floor. Do not, boom, slam your knee into the floor. Please don't do that. For your downstairs neighbors' sake and for your kneecap's sake. And you've got a few options on things to do with the arms. You can do like Montana's doing here, or you can just hold prayer hands as well. Either way, whatever feels most comfortable, or just go hands by your side. Where we at?
18,
19, and 20. All right, and then next, forearm plank. Let's say you face the opposite way.
Oh, this way.
Yeah. All right, again, forearm plank. You can go fists, you can go hands down, and then raise those knees up. Starting at 25. All right, we wanna try to keep a flat back. Make sure you avoid the urge to let your lower back sag down as you start fatiguing. That's gonna start happening. Don't let it. you start getting some shake action, that's a good sign. That means you're starting to fatigue. You see Montana's upper back is rounded, so she's crunching her abs really hard here. You want that as well. All right, 25. That's 30 down, 15 left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. And also when you finish the plank, go back to your knees. A lot of people, when they finish a plank, they'll go here and just hyperextend at the spine. Just fall back to your knees. It's a little bit safer for your lower back. Round 1 done, 2 to go. All right, round 2, here we go. I'm gonna make one recommendation on your form to look forward.
Yep.
And try to keep your chest tall.
Okay, so looking down.
One note for y'all at home, when you start looking down on a lunge, what will tend to happen is your upper body will follow. Now this isn't necessarily the worst thing, but if you start to fatigue and you're looking down, you can start to get a little bit of back rounding. Okay, so eyes ahead, tall chest.
Okay.
Got it? Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, 1. We're going 10 each side. 6. Halfway there. This is a good exercise for both your quads and your glutes. And obviously the plank is an ab exercise. So we're gonna try to train as many muscles as we possibly can at home. One more, yeah? 20.
Yep.
Okay. We start running into some limitations with at-home, non-external resistance exercises when we need to train the back, especially the lats, biceps, anything that you need to be pulling. So if you're working out at home, there's not really a whole lot you're gonna be able to do unless you buy one of those like pull-up bar things that fits on your door. But we do have a back exercise that's gonna train the low back. So pros and cons with everything. All right, forearm plank. Get on this side so I can watch the clock. All right, let's try to make it back to 45 seconds. Whenever you're ready. And you at home, if 45 seconds is too much, that's totally fine. Just start with whatever it is that you can do and then try to progress from there. So say you can only do 20 seconds to start off. That's fine. Write that down in your phone or in the Muscle Wiki app. And then again, try to progress as time passes. See if you can get to 25 seconds and then 30 and so on and so forth. Once you're comfortably doing a minute, time to progress to a harder variation. Almost there, we got 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're resting. All right, that's the forearm plank. So we did 2 sets as a demonstration for you guys at home. You should do a 3rd one, or even a 4th one if you feel like the 3 sets isn't quite difficult enough. Go ahead and knock out a 4th set. But for the purpose of this video, we're gonna move to the next exercises. And I forgot what they are, so I'll tell you what they are in a second. All right, folks, moving on. So our next superset, we've got the push-up, and we're gonna do this, we were just talking about this. I don't know whether to call this an incline or a decline push-up because your torso is at an incline, but you're pushing at a decline. Like if you did a dumbbell bench press, you'd be pushing down like you would on this. So I don't know what to call this. I'm gonna go with decline push-up for the sake of the video. Decline push-up, again, if you wanna make this more difficult, just go to the floor. Do them on the floor. If you want to make them even more difficult, go from your knees to your toes. And then our second exercise, again, will be the Superman or Superwoman. All right, here we go. We're going 10 reps on the push-up, and we'll go 12 reps on the Superman. So bring your chest all the way to the couch or bench or whatever it is that you're using to do this exercise. If you're doing these on the floor, you're just aiming to get your upper arm just behind your body before you press back up. The pecs enter what's called passive insufficiency. Once your upper arm goes behind your body, What that means is the muscle is too stretched in order to properly exude force. Where we at?
I did 11.
Good. Nothing's wrong with doing an extra rep. All right, we can go to the Superman. I appreciate you doing, yeah, we'll go that way. Appreciate you doing an extra rep so I can talk more. All right, so again, you want to pick your upper body and your lower body off the floor. Imagine you're making like a C shape. Yep, and then hold for a 1 count. Again, this is a lower back exercise. Some people count it as a glute exercise, but there's little to no range of motion at the hips, even though you're gonna contract your glutes really hard, so you will feel it there as well. But you've got a longer range of motion at the lower back when performing this exercise. So I would count it there. At 10, yeah, 11, last one, 12, resting. My last point about the push-up, again, when your upper arm goes behind your body, the chest can't properly exude force. So at that point, all that stress is gonna go onto your shoulder joint. So going all the way back here, there's not really much point. You won't get much additional muscle growth, and you make yourself a little more susceptible to injury. So just pass the body and press back up. Cut. All right, folks, set number 2 on our push-up and our Superman. Let's go straight into it. Again, we got 10 on the push-up, 12 on the Superman. We're at 3, and we're gonna do just 2 sets for the video, but again, you've got 3 sets to perform, and once again, if you don't feel like that's quite challenging enough, go ahead and add a 4th set on top. 8, 9, easy work, easy work. And she was worried about push-ups. She was worried. All right, here we go.
Ready?
Flex at the lower back. And if you want to progress this exercise, you got a couple of options. One, you can add some kind of weight into your hands. You can use a gallon of milk or a gallon of water, whatever you've got at home, or you can hold for a longer period of time at the top of the exercise. So instead of a 1 count, give it a 2 count or a 3 count. 9, 10, last 2, and 12, resting. All right, done with those 2 moves. We have one final exercise, which is gonna be the glute bridge, I remembered. We're gonna go 12 to 15 reps. You at home, you've got 3 sets of these. All right, last exercise, the glute bridge. Again, glute bridges, the difference between a glute bridge and a hip thrust. Glute bridge is on the floor, hip thrust is with your upper back on a bench. So we're gonna start with the glute bridge. Feet planted, toes forward, hands flat on the ground, and then you just shoot your hips straight up to the ceiling. I'll hold it for a 1 count at the top, and then back down. Yep. 3. Yes, gentlemen, you should train your glutes. Ladies like glutes too. 6, 7. This is the easier variation. The more difficult variation would be with your upper back on a bench or your couch, because there's a longer range of motion and you don't have the rest at the bottom of the exercise. 12, 13.
This is 14.
14 and 15. Resting. You can also make this a little more difficult by just putting some type of weight on your hips. Whatever you have around, whether that's, again, a gallon of milk, some water, throw a bunch of books into a backpack, whatever you can get your hands on will work. All right, folks, last set for today. We are going to do the hip thrust to finish just to demonstrate the exercise. So you want your shoulder blades on your, again, couch, bench, whatever it is you have. And then from there, real simple, hips down, hips up. Hips down, hips up. Give it a 1 count at the very top and squeeze the glutes. So again, this is gonna be a more difficult variation than the glute bridge because you've got a longer range of motion and you've still got tension on the glutes at the bottom of the exercise, unlike the glute bridge. We're gonna go 15 here, 9, 10, 5 left. 3, 4, 15, and resting. All right, folks. That's it for our all body weight at home workout, or at the gym, or at the beach, or wherever you want to do it. Thank you guys for listening and watching. As always, you can find Montana's Instagram down in the description below. Please go follow her. Let me know what you want to hear from me next. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you with the next one. Deuces.